This is our fundamental counting principle, permutations, and combinations flipped class project. Tree diagrams are visuals that uses arrows to show all possible outcomes. So for example, show the example space for rolling a dice and tossing a penny. So you would have to start right here, and then you would branch off to your heads and tails, because that's how many sides you have on a penny. And then you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for each roll. So you count up the total amount on this side, and that comes to 12 outcomes.
Fundamental counting principle. This is a principle that states if an event has a certain number of outcomes, which is m, and the independent variable has a certain amount of outcomes, which is n, then there are m times n outcomes. Fundamental counting principle formula and calculations. M times n equals mn. Just multiply it in the calculator just to get your answer.
Fundamental counting principle example. There are 10 different flavors of ice cream at a shop. There are also 10 different toppings at the shop. How many possible ways can you customize your ice cream cone? So we know m times n equals mn. There are 10 flavors and 10 toppings. You multiply those together and you get the answer of 100 possible ways.
Permutations are arrangements of items in a particular order without replacement. So this means that order absolutely matters. So you can remember permutations by saying that there are ranks and they all have different values. Here are the permutation formulas and calculations. So the formula equals NPR will give you n factorial over n minus r in parentheses factorial. So n equals the number of items that you choose, and then r equals the number of items that you pick from the total number that you choose. So the calculations are, the first step is type in the total number of items to pick from, which is n. Then press math and scroll over to PRB. Step 3 is choose the option of NPR. Step 4, the last step, is type in the number of items picked, or r, and press equal to get your answer. Also remember that 0 factorial will also give you 1.
Permutation examples. A company of 20 wants to pick 4 members to be promoted to president, vice president, manager, and executive of the company. In how many ways can this be done? So we know that NPR equals n factorial and n minus r in parentheses factorial. So that means since there are 20 members and there are 4 that want to be promoted, that would equal 116,280. So n is the number to choose from, which is 20, and r is the number, which is what you picked, which is 4.
Combinations are an arrangement of items when order doesn't matter. So you can remember combinations by saying that combinations are one group with the same position and the same value. Combination formulas and calculations. The formula for combinations is NCR equals n factorial over r factorial, and then n minus r in parentheses factorial. And don't forget that n equals the number of items to choose from, and then r equals the total number of items that you actually pick. The calculations are type in the total number of items to pick from, which is n, then press math and scroll over to prob. Next, choose the option of NCR this time, and then type in the number of items picked, which is r again, and press equal to get your answer. So another combination example will be, from a classroom of 38 students, the teacher allows 2 students to go to the bathroom at a time. And how many ways can this be done? So we know that the formula is right here, which is NCR equals n factorial over r factorial, and then n minus r factorial in parentheses. So n, or the number to choose from, is 38, since you have a classroom of 38 students. The number that you actually pick is 2. So you would do 38 C2, which will give you 703. And that is our project.